we are introducing an all-new AI mode. It's a total reimagining of search. With more advanced reasoning, you can ask AI mode longer and more complex queries.
We're excited to start rolling out AI mode for everyone in the US, starting today.
Imagine this for a sec. You're forking over $250 a year, not for ad-free search, not for extra storage, but for something much bigger, much more futuristic, and honestly, kind of wild. It's called AI Overviews, and it's Google's most ambitious update to search in decades. But instead of just adding a helpful new tool for everyone, Google's putting it behind a paywall, a premium plan. Why? Why is something so fundamental, something we've come to think of as the way we search, suddenly locked away? Just a few years ago, the idea of paying for search would have been ridiculous. We're used to Google being fast, free, and, whether we realize it or not, supported by ads. But now, we're entering a new era, where powerful, generative AI is reshaping how we find information. And it's not going to be free for everyone. Let's break it down. AI mode is powered by Gemini, Google's own large language model, a competitor to OpenAI's ChatGPT. So when you search with it, you're not just seeing a list of links, you're getting a neatly synthesized, human-like answer. Often you'll get everything you need without clicking through to another website. Picture it kind of like ChatGPT integrated directly into your search box. But this signals something much bigger. Instead of acting as a gateway to the internet, sending you elsewhere, Google is increasingly becoming the destination itself. It's where you go to get answers directly. Google first started testing this with its search generative experience. In 2023, you had to opt in, and then it began rolling it out more broadly in 2024. The controversy came when many users noticed inaccuracies, awkward wording, or misinformation. And publishers, especially small ones, started worriedly seeing their own website visits drop as people stayed within Google's ecosystem instead of clicking through. Then came the real shock. If you want the full, consistent version of AI mode, you're going to need $19.99 a month, or $240 a year. So, why? Running large language models at scale is really expensive, much more than a standard search. So Google's looking for a way to pay for it. But it's not just about money. This is a way for Google to see just how much people are willing to pay for an enhanced search experience, much like Microsoft's Copilot Pro or ChatGPT Plus. Essentially, search is turning into a product, not a utility. This isn't just a convenient new feature, it's a major business move. For years, Google made nearly all its profits from ads placed alongside search results. In 2023, over 77% of its $240 billion in revenue came directly from ad sales. But now, AI is putting that at risk. AI summarizes information directly, which means people click less, sometimes up to 40% less, on the underlying sites. That's a big deal for both publishers and for Google's bottom line. Meanwhile, Microsoft jumped into this space by adding its own AI-assisted search through Bing and their $20 per month Copilot Pro. So Google kind of felt it had no choice but to follow suit, not just to keep up, but to make sure it stayed ahead. That's where the paywall comes in. For $250 a year, you're not just unlocking search. You're also getting a package with AI-assisted writing in Gmail, Docs, and Meet, plus additional storage. But make no mistake, the main attraction is Gemini's ability to answer your questions directly. This lets Google ease the financial pressure while framing it as a premium service for power users, a way to monetize its growing investment in large language models. And it signals something else too. This isn't for everyone. It's for people who want or can afford to be on the cutting edge. Here's the big concern. Search used to be open and democratic, a way for everyone to connect with information. But this paywall introduces a two-tiered system, those who pay and those who do not. That's especially alarming when you think about critical knowledge, education, healthcare, civic information that should be accessible to all. And there's a subtler danger too. When you're seeing answers that come from an algorithm's own framing, you're trusting its view of the world. This lets companies filter, prioritize, or omit perspectives, whether intentional or not, and consolidate their power over information. Some former Google employees and AI ethicists are worried this signals a dramatic shift from acting as a helpful guide to becoming a gatekeeper. The rollout's already underway. Google plans to bring AI overviews to over 1 billion searches, paywall or not. So we're at a turning point. This is a new era where search is not a neutral directory. It's a curated, algorithm experience. This moment feels significant, a turning point in how we find, trust, and pay for information. What used to be free, a universal utility, is slowly turning into something you pay for, something you subscribe to. Yes, you'll get faster answers, smarter tools, and a window into the future. But you'll also contribute to the growing gap between those who can pay and those who cannot. And that's a big deal for a medium that used to be the great equalizer, the internet. This isn't just a story about Google, it's a story about the future of knowledge itself. AI is expensive. Running these models at scale is complex. Companies want a return on their investment, and that's changing the way we discover information, trust sources, and connect with knowledge. So the next time you search and see a sleek, algorithm-generated answer, or bump up against a paywall, remember, you're not just a user, you're a customer in a growing, pay-to-play ecosystem. And that leaves us with a crucial question: who gets a seat at the table, and who gets left out?